Oh, hey folks, how you doing? Papa Joe here. We are in the kitchen. Grandma's over here behind me. She is doing up some more turkey salad for me. We had a couple pieces of turkey left from last weekend. So earlier today, I deboned it, and we actually cooked breakfast yesterday and today, which I'll tell you a little bit about that in a minute. What you need? I'm going to slide this out if you need it. I'm going to put cigarettes here behind it. Now what I'm doing, normally this is something Grandma does. However, I want to go at it. It's something I haven't had to do, so it's not complicated. I don't think. We'll find out. It is it's going to be a weave, a bacon weave at that. I'll never be a Muslim. I like pig. All right. So weaves are not that complicated from what I've seen Grandma doing of them. So, let's see here. And like I was just telling her before I started the video, to me the hardest part's going to be getting it started. And I'm not worried about it being a real tight weave or anything like that. So, let's see here. I need to grab that piece of ham out of there. What we have done is we had a ham in the freezer out there. And as y'all know, me and Grandma discussed throughout the week what exactly we're going to be preparing. And I need to start the oven, I guess. What do you think? 350?
Yeah.
We discussed throughout the week what we plan on cooking on the weekend. So early on in the week, we was discussing that for some reason. And earlier in the week than we normally would. And we decided that we would do that ham we had out there. And we discussed what we would do with it. I would butcher it up, cut it down, and we would have some pieces for just frying up ham. We like our fried ham. And we would have a couple pieces for just different sandwiches and whatnot. And I told her I had a little idea of a different kind of oven baked ham I wanted to try. So that's what we're going to do here. Grandma, the problem I'm seeing is this bacon's not going to be long enough. So where you was talking about just draping it over the top, we might have to do that.
With the weave?
With the weave, yeah.
Yeah.
Because you can see with the size of ham we got.
Yeah.
So do we cut that open exposed part down on the ham? The open exposed part down. And then put this over the other.
I would put the...
This is almost flat right here.
I would put the skin part down and drape it.
Well, that's what I was thinking. Put it like that.
Yeah.
Then just drape the weave the long way over it like so.
Yeah.
All right, we're on the same page. So we did up a 10 bean Cajun bean soup. And we added the remnants of the ham to it. We've had, yesterday morning we had ham and eggs and biscuits and gravy. Alright, now let's see here. I want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I want to do an even count on these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, so there's 2 more for the bottom if I need it. So let me do 1, 2 more that way. I assume I want these in even numbers, right?
Yeah.
Or probably pretty close to it. I'll give me 1 more here. I need to give that 1 more that way. Move that one that way. That's going to be too damn long. So I can do away with this one. Alright, so to start this bad boy, can y'all see what I'm doing, I hope? Every other one, I'm going to roll it back. And I'm starting at this end first. Then I'm going to put my first cross piece in here. Now, Grandma does this with her pies and that kind of stuff. So she's an old hand at it. For me, I have stopped and think about it. Like I said earlier, I ain't never done it before. So now then that I did that, I want to start with my exact opposite ones here. I might want to slide that up. And once again, every other one. And then we put our next piece. So now you lay that one there back out. I'm sure mine's not going to be as pretty as hers. But, and right there, I need to stretch him just a little bit. See, this is going to be a little bit of a learning curve for me. Because there's some of the stuff that I have to catch myself at as I'm doing it. Such as not having that one quite far enough down. Like so. Now I go back to the first ones. And I'm actually doing a lot more of this talking for me than you, so that I can keep track of what I am doing. But it gives you a chance to listen to a good looking truck driver doing what he's doing. Right, Grandma?
Mm-hmm.
Stay there. Alright. Well, it ain't looking just too terribly bad, baby.
Cool.
Come on. Now that's a little trick that I've just picked up on, and that is to bring back my other one. I was flipping them all to one end, then working them back, or going through and picking them out. That was actually being a little bit of a pain in the butt. So you can see this one, I'm rolling him back first, then roll him over, and this gives me a little bit of room to pick him up instead of fighting with it like I was. Would you stick that cigarette in my face, please? Thank you. Alright, I guess that's going to be about the last one on it. Because I ain't going to have enough there to fold back. So it was not an even number deal by no stretch of the imagination. Alright. And that's what I came up with, a bacon weave. Just in time for my oven. I need another pan or something to flip this out on. I just use the cutting board. Now, being that it isn't as big as I had hoped, I'm using one of our cutting boards here. To get my pan freed up. And we have plenty of bacon here for next weekend. There's 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Well, we cooked 6 pieces today, 3 apiece. No, I cooked 8 pieces today. 4 apiece, didn't I? So now if you want, we can even cook your dog one. He don't mind. She's being quiet back here. She ain't talking to me at all. Fixing to have to line her out. Knock her out. Don't say nothing if you want me to knock you out. See? That's how she is. You could at least say howdy to folks and stuff.
I'm gonna say yum yum.
Get you some. Alright, do I want to stick this in the freezer until next weekend? I would think so. Here you go. While you're there. Alright. And there was froze. Was it? Was it froze when you bought it? No, you just bought it. Give me that stuff out the door. All right.
That's what you're talking about.
Huh?
Some of your strawberries.
Yeah, but look at the top. It's all gelled up, ain't it? You can see it through the outside of it. So I don't need all that extra sugar. All right, so what I have here is a big old piece of ham. Where I took that ham and cut it down. And I also have some pineapple preserves because I couldn't get the marmalade stuff last time I wanted it. So that's what I wound up getting, that and some pineapple chunks on the last time I cooked a ham. And I don't have as much of this as I had thought, so I'm thinking about, instead of slicing it like we talked about, just kind of spreading it on top. You agree with that? I mean, the whole idea was we had talked about doing slices across there, not all the way through by no means, but a half inch to an inch, and then putting this on there where it would penetrate down in there. But because it's on the regular ham, it's a whole different animal.
You could still do that.
Huh?
So you could still
I
do
could. Well, that's why I was asking your opinion. My little knife, I want it dirty, so now then, hope I don't open this jar after having all that ham on my hands.
that.
Yeah, there ain't much in here at all. I thought there was more in this when I thought up this crazy idea. Now all I'm gonna do is make sure I get a little bit of this in these cracks here. Spread a little bit on the top. And I want it to get down through there where it's rolling into that meat a little bit. Now this is one of these deals where this jelly here has been in the icebox probably damn near a year. I think it was last year when we did this. Now I ain't got to worry about it being bad and all that. We all know jelly keeps forever in the icebox. And I decided it needed to get used up. And this ain't, I've never had a peanut butter and pineapple jelly sandwich before. So, and evidently nobody else has around this house because it's still here.
There ain't much there, so
I know there ain't much there,
has.
but I know I used the hell out of it on that last one, but point being, it needs to got used. How come you haven't used it? That's the big question. Or your killer dog. Alright, and that pretty much polishes this off. Now after the holidays, if you watch, you can get a pretty good deal on hams and turkeys and all that stuff when they go on sale. And we're known to grab a couple of them and throw them in our freezer. Me and Grandma both like turkey, and it's not an issue to have one in the freezer and break it out. Well, y'all remember when Little Joe and Crystal came down this summer? We had that Thanksgiving dinner in the middle of the summer.
Holiday meal.
Holiday meal. Yeah. Whatever we call it. Now then, if I can do this without making my weave look all ugly. Suggestions? I know you always do it on top of your pie and stuff, huh? I was debating on just trying to flip it over off of this board. That's about the best way I'm seeing to do it.
Yeah.
Okay, now my weed's getting messed up. There and there.
You gotta be straightening it up.
That one?
Get it on there anyway.
Yeah, but I don't want to try doing it with it already half-assed messed up and then trying to have a double whammy running against me. So, alright, I'm just going to try to flip it. I should have did this on some of your wax paper or something. That way I could have handled it better. I never thought about it.
Next time we'll think about that.
Yeah, that was a good time. And I hope pieces don't just run out the end.
Looky there, you did good.
Then I have one piece that came out over here. There's one that tried to. I'm going to just drape him over the end right there. Well, it could have been done a little bit better, but it is what it is. So we've got this, get our corn out. Let me get rid of this. So it's actually going to be a fairly light meal tonight. We have what is called crazy corn.
Has that got the cooking instructions?
I'm sure it does. Which, this crazy corn here, terrible light. And we're going to cook the two of them. And if we want a green bean or something, we got a can of green beans floating around somewhere. And the directions on this is going to dictate a lot of how we're going to cook that ham. Do we want to put full over this? I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
Cooking instructions, salt the product, 425 for 7 minutes. Rotate corn 180 and continue baking for 7 more until bacon is golden brown. Well, we're going to need longer than that on our ham, so we're not putting it in yet. But I will crank my corn up to about 400. I'm going to split the difference right there. And that's pretty much it for a while. I'm going to pause you out. Hopefully the battery don't die. And I'll show you the finished product in a little bit. Bye. Alright, I'm back in here with you. I put these in for a half hour. As you hear it's going off. Oh my goodness. That actually looks pretty damn good. Pour some of that juice and whatnot off of there. Alright, what do you think, Mom?
Yeah.
It's looking pretty good. I'd like to pour a little more of that juice off so I can put that corn right on here. What do you think? Or we want to put it on something else? Well, in order to do that, you'd have to step up here and help me. Exactly. I know. You don't want to be on camera. Chicken.
I'd put the corn in one of those little bread pans down there or something. Loaf pan or something.
Okay, I'm going to leave this out for a minute, let it set while I do that.
The other side's up there.
I don't care, I just want something. One of these, you mean?
Yeah.
That's going to be big enough for them? Boy, just barely, but yeah, that'll work. Did y'all see the ham as I pulled it out? You see how the ham's all coming up? Or the bacon is, rather, I'm sorry. Oh, these are the ones I don't like. They come apart for you to wash them. That's what they say. They come apart any damn time I use them, just to aggravate me. Now all this is some small ears of corn, bacon wrapped, and they have seasoned them up. Look like it's a little red pepper, cayenne. What am I trying to say?
Cayenne.
Cayenne. Thank you.
Yeah, it's Cajun.
It's a Cajun type deal. So, see, it ain't no real big deal. And there's 4 of them.
And you can pop the oven up now if you're not putting the ham back in.
Oh, I'm gonna put the ham back. You think I ought to put the ham back in?
It wouldn't hurt it, I don't
That's
think.
what I thought. I mean, the bacon's looking pretty done, but I figured a few more minutes ain't gonna hurt it.
Right.
And this had to do it for 7 minutes.
And
Then
turn
flip it around and do it for like another 7 minutes.
Yeah.
So. And actually, what did it say, like 410 or something?
25, I don't know what it said.
Yeah, 425. 425. I might as well go ahead and crank it up, huh?
Yeah,
I don't think it'll hurt that ham at all. Oop. All right. Now we want it to go for 7 minutes. All right. There we go. That's all this going. I'll bring you back in a few minutes. Bye. All right, folks. Grandma did us up some green beans here. Got them some butter on them and a little bit of our veggie sprinkles, which pretty good on stuff. Took the ham out a while ago. On the corn, it had its first 7 minutes. That's when I pulled it out. Figured it was done enough. Here's our corn. I figure it's done enough. So there it is. The ham. Is that the knife I want? That's the knife I'm going to use. As for the ham, we're going to just slice it right through the bacon and all. Look at that just fall apart. And that's what we're going to call dinner right there. Got us some good ham. Grandma, try a bite. Just barely taste that pineapple in there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then we got our anti-Muslim on there, bacon on there. So, let me finish chewing. So that's what we're going to call it dinner. So, y'all give it a try. I have it now on my Facebook page. Little Joe open it up where y'all can post some of your own videos. People was having trouble with it. Now you should not have trouble with it. There you go. Now you get to see a good looking chick magnet. And we're gonna leave it open for people to just come in and do posts and put in videos and whatnot until people start being stupid. At that time, I told him we will restrict it back where you can still do them, but they have to have our approval for them to go actually on the page. So there you go. This is mine and Grandma's. Really, it's inexpensive. We bought the ham a few months ago. So it is what it is. We made good use out of that big old ham. Y'all remember, good Lord loves you, and so do we. Y'all have a good evening now. Bye. You want to tell them bye?
Good night.
There you go. Bye.